Artificial intelligence has been growing rapidly over the last few years, and it's the next great technological step for humanity that will be and has been groundbreaking. Generating images with a prompt in the snap of a finger, writing essays, or putting people's faces on dangerously realistic images and videos, there really doesn't seem to be a limit to what AI might be able to do in the future, but not just the future, the very near future. And this fact alone has people concerned about what that may mean for their daily life, in particular, being possibly replaced in the workforce by AI. But another major aspect of life that people are really concerned about AI infiltrating is art. Music, to be specific. What's good, YouTube? It's Justice. I used to be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about AI and the possibility of it taking over rap. But before I get into that, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things. It helps me out a ton. Art and music subsequently are based in human expression. So the idea that now something that is supposed to be about human expression is being created by AI is one that will really bother a lot of people. Rap is an art form that heavily prides itself off of its originality and its creativity in creation. So the inclusion of AI is extremely controversial. And whether we like it or not, we just kind of have to accept the fact that AI is probably the future of technology. Like, whether we want to admit it, whether we like it, love it, whatever, you can't really hide from it. You can't really run from it. That's just what is going to happen in the future in the next 5 to 10 years or so. So what we have to do is just prepare for what it may mean for the music industry, specifically rap. And we've already started to see the inclusion of AI by notable names in the rap industry, specifically somebody like Timbaland, but most notably Kanye West. And let's just say it hasn't really gone over well. People are naturally afraid of change, mainly when it's a really big technological change. So to appease that, I'm going to give you some of the negatives of AI in rap. First and foremost, the most dangerous thing and the thing that people bring up the most when they complain about AI is the use of other people's likeness and voice to create art that they never approved. The best example I can use is that Drake and The Weeknd AI song that went like really viral about a year ago, or maybe a little over that now. The song was very viral and it gained a whole bunch of momentum, with the song even being submitted for the Grammys. And it was like, I think it was almost close to charting, but then they had to take the song down because obviously it wasn't actually Drake and The Weeknd. It was on social media, it was going viral on TikTok, like it was everywhere. The use of other people's voices to make music is an issue that we're already facing now, and it's still super early in the AI game. The only saving grace for right now is that it doesn't sound extremely authentic, but the technology is only getting better, and in about a year or so, we might not be able to tell the difference just based on how it sounds. This opens up a multitude of problems. Imagine all the new features we're going to be getting with AI in the next few years or so. Even like a year or two ago, when Kanye was taking a hiatus, there was like a feature that was floating around from this random artist that people were genuinely reacting to on YouTube and going crazy over, when the whole time it was AI, but like most people just couldn't tell. And they genuinely were making reaction videos for it. But the thing that I'm most concerned about when it comes to AI in the foreseeable future is posthumous music. Now, posthumous music is already a touchy subject. A lot of people don't really like to talk about it. A lot of people don't even like the fact that it exists, but it does. And it's very prominent in rap. It happens in every genre, but it's very prominent in rap because we lose a lot of artists very young and they die with a lot of career ahead of them. And so in return, we end up getting posthumous albums. Now, me personally, I have a policy for posthumous music that I think everyone should instate, but it's just my personal policy. And it's that you get one posthumous album, make it as good as you can. After that, there shouldn't be much else coming out. Because when you look through the history of posthumous albums, more times than not, that first one is actually pretty good, and then everything else that comes out after that is really bad. The quality sucks, the verses aren't finished, and overall it just sounds like an audio rough draft with, some gold spray paint on it. Like, it's just not the quality of music that person who now is deceased would have put out. It's not something that they okayed. It's not something that they had their vision behind. It's just a bunch of recordings mashed up in order to get some extra money. And in my opinion, that just sucks. A lot of people see posthumous music as a whole as extremely exploitative. I don't see it that way all the time, but the concept as a whole, yes, is exploitative. And we see artists get squeezed for every last drop that they can when they pass away. Like somebody like XXXTentacion, he probably has about 3 too many posthumous albums. And, the latest stuff sounds like it's recorded on, an Xbox Live microphone. Like it just doesn't sound good. The quality is no longer there. But if you think posthumous music is exploitative now, imagine what it's like when you can make new verses and actually make the quality sound really good with AI. And you can keep up with the times a bit with AI, with the likeness of somebody who a lot of people loved, like XXXTentacion. If XXXTentacion right now had an AI album and it sounded really good, he has so many fans that people might genuinely listen to it. And there might be actually a lot of money to be made off of that. And in my opinion, I don't put anything past these major labels. So maybe, the families will have to step in and say, no, we're not doing that. Or maybe there'll be some legal paperwork that comes out in the next few years that don't allow them to do this. But if you're telling me that labels have the availability and the option to make AI posthumous music for a rising star like an XXXTentacion who passes away at 20 years old, I'm going to believe they take that. I'm going to believe they take that option, they take that opportunity, and they make a boatload of money off of it. And that's as exploitative as you can get. All right, I got a hot take for y'all, real quick hot take. Okay, I can't speak for everybody, but I don't think it's a good thing to use somebody's voice to participate in and to say something that they never said. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. But especially when that person can't consent because they're dead. Like that's even worse. Using a dead man's voice to make art is already weird enough, but it's even weirder when people might start making profit off of that work. Like that's just a new territory of nasty work. Timbaland, a legendary music producer, previewed a song over a year ago with a Biggie verse on it that was AI generated, and Biggie even had a lyric in there where he said it's not giving, like in the city girls modern day slang sense, and it was just kind of strange, and it was released to a ton of criticism, but really as a whole, it just made people very uncomfortable. And Timbaland's explanation as to why he did it, even in the video where he's previewing the song, was that he never got to work with Biggie while he was alive, but now he has the chance to with the help of AI. So it just really didn't land very well. But Timbaland doesn't really seem to care, and he seems to really be on board with AI, officially partnering with an AI music creation platform titled Suno. Industry giants like Timbaland and Kanye co-signing AI is something that a lot of people are really disappointed in. Yet knowing these two who pride themselves on being cutting edge and being 10 years ahead of everyone else, it's really not that surprising that they've gotten behind AI. This is probably an attempt to be groundbreaking once again by them, but maybe this time they may be ill-advised. But what would be even more ill-advised would be skipping today's paid promo song of the day and not emailing me to submit yours.
This ain't black, this ain't white, this ain't red, this ain't blue, this ain't gay, but we tight. Give a fuck about you, one-on-one on site. If you try with my crew, what you gon' do? What you gon' do? What you gon' do? What you gon' do?
Yeah, I just missed already. Yeah, I'm really pissed off, Kelly. I'ma give me time like Millie. When I ain't speaking through the city, dealing with the itch like Johnny. You already heard my depth. Asking how deep does it get when I'm with the boys making noise. You ain't got a choice if you see some picture where you slept. Crap, creeping. You don't see the word of the.
Another big no-no in the rap space is artificial lyric creation. Whether that means somebody is rapping about a lifestyle that they just never really lived, or somebody is writing your lyrics for you. But with AI entering the space now, ghostwriting is easier than ever. I'm gonna be honest, all right? Like, you don't even need to pay ghostwriters anymore. You can just use AI. But at the bare bones of rap, the genre is about making people feel something. It's about self-expression delivered in such a clever way that people can easily understand where you're coming from, easily understand your life, and can kind of put themselves in your shoes during that duration of them listening to that song, or they feel like you're kind of speaking for them. You're rapping for that demographic of people. That's what makes a good rapper. A good rapper is somebody that can make people feel something. That's the entire kind of basis of the art form, is being able to make people feel something with your words. But if your words aren't your words and they're just a computer's response to a prompt you typed in, can we even really call you an artist? For the sake of this video, I told ChatGPT to create me a song about selling drugs in the summer that was heavily Jay-Z inspired. And this took me maybe 5 seconds to pull up. All I did was type in the prompt, and this is what they gave me back. I'm just going to read you the first verse. Summertime stunting, double R's with the roof back. Fiends out heavy, got 'em itching like a new tat. Pyrex vision, cooking up where the booth at. Numbers doing circles, got me dizzy where the loot at. Sun high, scale tipping, ice dripping, blenders on the counter. Watch the magic when it mixin'. Whole flow, these rookies moving like they missing. I've been getting rich since the Motorola clicking. Yeah, tan butter, it dissolve in a minute. They won't wait. I make a call, then it's finished. Audemars glisten. Hand dance when I whip it. Talk money. If it ain't that, then I'm distant. Now, unfortunately, due to my subpar rapping skills and delivery, that probably sounded really bad. But in terms of what the lyrics actually were, for what I did in terms of actual idea creation, that was pretty good. It took me 5 seconds to go, hey, I want a song that sounds like Jay-Z rapping about drugs in the summer. And I typed that in and boom, there it goes. It popped up immediately. I didn't really have to do anything. I didn't have to imagine anything. I didn't do any brain power, no imagination, no expression, nothing. It was just simply, I typed it in and got a result like I typed something into Google. We could be reaching a point in which human expression is completely removed from music. I could create song lyrics, a beat, and even give myself a feature from Kendrick Lamar without having to do any real artistic expression. That could lead to the downfall of rap and turn a lot of people off of the art form. People are extremely biased about the things they consume, so even if somebody makes a great song using the AI in the way that I just described, people will hate it. If there are two songs that are both great and they're extremely similar, but one is AI, people will call the AI song trash because of the backstory associated with it. The same way that if a rapper is making good music and rapping about the street life, but he gets exposed as lying about his entire lifestyle, it may turn people off from his music, even if the quality of the music didn't change. Yet, to play a bit of devil's advocate, I don't believe that AI's potential inclusion in rap is all bad. Like, I think that there are some positive outcomes that could come from AI's increasing inclusion into rap. Almost every single piece of technology that we have today that we see as an instrument to help us do things was once seen as technology overbearing into human creation. Like, look at the way auto-tune was looked at in the early 2000s when it first started getting like really popular. People saw it as like a form of cheating to fix bad singing, and that if you really wanted to sing, you should just go and learn how to sing rather than using auto-tune, or maybe you should just stop singing as a whole if you need auto-tune to fix whatever you were doing. Like, people really did not like auto-tune in the 2000s. People still don't like it to this day a little bit, but for the most part now, it's everywhere. You can't really do anything about auto-tune, and people have started to accept it and have started to see it as a tool to enhance music rather than a way around learning how to sing or a way to cheat the music game. People have started to use auto-tune as a way to kind of turn your voice into an instrument in some forms of music. So it's not super crazy to see something that people are heavily against in the beginning stages eventually just become a part of music. People hated when live instruments stopped being used in order to make instrumentals. Using a DAW to make a beat was looked at as lazy and not taking real talent before it completely took over the music space. If I told somebody in the 60s that the best producers and DJs of today probably couldn't play a traditional instrument, or at least can't play it at a very high level, they would think that we've lost our way as musicians and music enjoyers. So the next step of music technology being scary to people is not unique and has happened over and over again. And every single time, people find a way to be creative with the new technology, and music isn't completely ruined like people thought it would be. AI can be a tool that makes making music a lot easier for like the average Joe. A regular person who wants to be a rapper but doesn't really have a budget like that can use AI to increase the quality of their music. AI can mix and master music, and for somebody who's an up and coming rapper and just doing pretty much everything by themselves, that can be a godsend. AI could be used to enhance vocals or fix imperfections in your audio. Like, it can do a lot of things to help a lot of people. At this rate, all we can really do is just hope for the best, because AI is here. It's no longer, a plot in a movie to scare old people. It exists. And whether we like it or not, we just have to prepare for what that's going to look like in the music industry. As of right now, the best representative we really have for like heavy AI use on the mainstream stage is Kanye West. And I'm not going to lie, it's not looking too good. I'm going to be honest. The AI Kanye stuff, the stuff he's been doing has been pretty bad. So it's already getting off on a bad foot, but I'm not going to give up hope because, again, we just have to adapt to what it's going to do and what it's going to be because that is just what it is. So I just hope that we as a community can come together to stop the horrors of AI because they can easily become a reality with the power that AI has. So I just hope that as a community, we can come together and stop a lot of the really bad and goofy stuff that is very likely to happen with AI now being so strong and being so readily available to every single person that has a computer at this point. And I just hope that we can kind of cultivate an environment that increases the quality of our music with AI as a tool and an instrument rather than a cop-out. I hope that we can come together and use AI like we use cameras or phones as a tool to help us do things, but we don't let it completely take over the space. But if you made it this far, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Make sure you, again, comment, tell me what you think about AI. Tell me what you think about my opinions. But if you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day. I go by the name of Pay. Peace.